Assalamu alaikum guys, this is Saeed Mirza from oudcollection.com. Today we will be reviewing a Hindi oud from the house of Ensar Oud. It's called Assam Organic, and it's not an oud for the beginner. So if you're just starting out on your oud journey, I do not recommend this oud to you because your journey will come to a screeching halt. That's how complex this is. If you are just starting out, I would recommend that you go with something a little bit more lighter that you can understand. My recommendation would be Oud Yusuf by the House of Ensar Oud. That's a good starting oil. But for those of you who are in the oud scene, who understand ouds, are looking to up their game, maybe they're interested in trying out the Hindi ouds, or maybe you want to expand your horizons and you want to see what the fuss is all about, then I would definitely recommend that you check out this oil. To me, Assam Organic, it would be considered the quintessence of what a Hindi oud is all about, because the flavor profile is typical of a Hindi oud, but it is a lot more subtle and it's a lot more sophisticated in the way it presents itself. I want you to check out the color of this oud because that tells a lot about what this oud quality is all about. Check out the color. It's golden, amber, chocolate, royal color, and this one was distilled in 2010. So it's been a while, and it has had time for the scent to settle down and for the fragrance to become a cohesive whole, which is important for an oil of this complexity. For me, when I took a whiff of this oil, my first experience was not barnyard, but a lot of Hindi ouds there are really very barny flavored. But to me, there wasn't that much barnyard in this oud oil. What really came out to me was that as soon as I took a whiff of this, I remembered a time in my childhood when I was a kid, and there was a shoe store near my house, and I remember walking in there, a new shoe store, and that smell. That's what stayed with me, and that's what I got out of this oud. Was a leather undertone and a chocolate undertone, a woody undertone, but a little bit of barnyard in there as well, because again it's a Hindi oud, so it still has its roots, but at the same time a lot of new leather smell. Uh, to me, that was the initial impression I got. Moving on, as we get into the dry down period of this oud oil, is when it really starts to shine and the intensity lowers down, but at the same time the subtleness picks up, and you feel that there's many different scents that are competing with each other for your attention, and that's the mark of a good oil always. I mean, if it's not boring, and this is not boring by any means, if it's grabbing your attention and getting you to think about it, that's the mark of good oil, and this oil does that beautifully. The symphony is there, the orchestra, it's just beautiful, all the scents coming together. For me, at the 2 or 3 hour mark, I could definitely smell woody smell. The leather was still there, but the wood was starting to pick up. There was sandalwood, there was cinnamon, there was at one time saffron. I had to run to my cabinet and actually go pick out a bottle of saffron and smell it and be like, is that saffron? Yeah, it's saffron. I mean, that's the beauty of this oil, that there's too many things coming out at you, and you're experiencing and you're remembering memories that you had long forgotten. At the 3 hour, 4 hour mark, I remember vividly that it almost smelled like pine trees to me. And I was thinking, have I really been in a forest? Maybe I have. I don't remember. Maybe as a kid I have been to a forest, but that pine tree smell was what stayed with me, and this is what was bringing out that smell as well. So there was a lot of smells that were picking me up and causing me to think. My wife commented that she smelled Christmas tree. So again, that pine tree flavor smell was there, and it's not just my imagination. Moving on, at the 5 to 6 hour mark, I was definitely smelling that I was in a library with old dusty books. That leather undertone was picking up again, and that dusty smell, that old uh, regal smell was really punching through. And that pretty much stayed throughout the dry down period, and as the oud oil wrapped up. So those were my experiences about this oud. I definitely feel that as far as projection wise, this oud is strong, and it's not something that you want to put a lot of it on. Trust me, a little bit goes a long way with this oud. You want to put a little bit on. We've put a lot of this on, and you go out in a supermarket, go get a haircut. People are gonna be like, What the hell? You know what I mean? So you have to be careful with this oud because it's very strong. A lot of people won't understand it. But if you're sitting at home, you have the weekend, and you just wanting some time, just think about definitely try this oud out and see what you think. If you're again looking for something in the Hindi oud profile, if you were to ask me, hey, what does the definition of a Hindi oud oil? I'd point to this oud oil. I'd be like, yeah, this is it. So definitely in that aspect, it is one of the quintessential Hindi oud oil projections. So if you ever tried this oil out too, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think about this oil. And if you want to try it out, you can always go to oudcollection.com and grab a bottle. They ship to the US and Canada for free. That's pretty much it for me. Inshallah, I'll be making another video about another oud. Until then, assalamu alaikum.